Samsung just dropped a surprise for Galaxy S25 owners. The stable One UI 8 update is officially rolling out, and the timing couldn't be more interesting because it's happening on the exact same day Apple is pushing iOS 26. Two of the biggest smartphone ecosystems leveling up their software at the same time, that doesn't happen often. So why should you care? Well, if you own a Galaxy S25, this is the first major software refresh since the phone's launch. It's based on Android 16, and while it's not a complete overhaul like One UI 7 was, it's the kind of update that quietly makes your phone smoother, smarter, and just a bit more useful day to day. Think of it as Samsung fine-tuning the details rather than changing the whole experience. The rollout started in South Korea, which is always Samsung's home base for updates, and it's currently only hitting people who were part of the One UI 8 beta program. If you weren't in the beta, don't worry, Samsung tends to open the gates to everyone pretty quickly after the first wave. The file size isn't massive either. For the Galaxy S25 Ultra, it's around 555 megabytes. That's smaller than some app updates these days, but it still packs a meaningful punch. Now, not every Galaxy S25 model seems to be covered right away. There's a bit of uncertainty around the S25 Edge. It might lag behind the main trio by a few days. But Samsung usually closes those gaps quickly, so expect the Edge to join the party before the end of September. Outside of Korea, things are a little less predictable. Samsung rarely gives a precise global rollout schedule, so depending on your country, it might take a few days or even a couple of weeks before the notification pops up. The simplest way to check is by going into Settings, Software Update, and tapping Download and Install. Or you can just wait for the automatic notification to hit your phone. Now, let's talk about what's actually inside One UI 8. Like I said, this isn't a flashy update with a completely new design. Instead, it's focused on polishing the experience. You're getting new weather-based routines, which means your phone can automatically adjust settings depending on conditions. For example, dimming brightness on sunny days, or tweaking notification behaviors when it's stormy. The Reminder app has been redesigned, making it cleaner and easier to use. Samsung DeX, which is the feature that lets you use your phone on an external monitor, now works better with displays, smoothing out some of the quirks that used to frustrate power users. And even stock apps like Gallery and My Files have been refreshed with quality of life improvements that make everyday tasks a little quicker. Here's the bigger picture though. This update puts the S25 series in line with Samsung's newest foldables, the Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Z Flip 7, and the upcoming Galaxy S25 FE, all of which ship with One UI 8 out of the box. So this rollout isn't just about giving S25 owners new tricks, it's about unifying Samsung's 2025 lineup on the same software. That makes it easier for Samsung to deliver consistent features and updates across all their flagships. Now, depending on how you usually handle updates, you might be in one of a few camps. Some people install them as soon as they drop, others wait a few days to see if bugs appear, and some hold off until it's unavoidable. Personally, I think this one is safe to grab right away. It's not a massive, risky overhaul, so the chances of big issues are lower. Plus, the tweaks you get are things you'll actually notice: smoother multitasking, better reminders, and a more adaptable phone experience overall. And here's a small but important point. The timing of this release really highlights how competitive the software game has become. Apple's iOS updates are always tightly scheduled and predictable, while Samsung has been steadily improving its rollout pace. The fact that Samsung is delivering stable Android 16-based software this quickly to its latest flagships shows just how far they've come in keeping up with Google's core updates. So, if you're holding a Galaxy S25, keep an eye out. Your phone's about to feel a little fresher, a little smarter, and a lot more in sync with the rest of Samsung's ecosystem. And honestly, that's the kind of update that matters. Not the flashy redesigns, but the subtle upgrades that make using your phone every single day just that much better. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. See you in the next video. Take care.